Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm actually going to request that the council doesn't do this. If the council feels that PIAC dollars should be appropriated to a building on 18th and Vine, then my question would be, why isn't this a citywide PIAC buy-in? What my constituents are going to see is direct pillaging again out of their PIAC funds. PIAC funds aren't meant for private buildings. PIAC funds are meant for public improvements. So when we talk about the House of Hits building, in which we already given them $600,000 this year, and if we was to add the allocations that they received since 2001, and even involve the people that had criminal issues with the allocations that went to that same area, I would ask you guys, why are you so willing and eager to take $100,000 out of PIAC funds for the 3rd District, which is meant for parks, which is meant for sidewalks, which is meant for neighborhood improvements? My 3rd District request that I've received from constituents is sidewalk curves, drive approaches, another sidewalk curve, park requests, basketball goals. You know what nobody has ever asked me in the 3rd District? Why don't we use PIAC funds for a building that's been vacant and dilapidated since I was a kid? That building has been utilized for a parking lot. Now let's talk about the viability of the area. So we say we want to do it for what? Because it's an eyesore? Well, didn't the city just sell the majority of the blocks down there to a developer for $1, which guarantees development? That's what the argument in here was. So if we talk about incentivizing the area that makes it attractive for private developers to come in, that was the whole underlying rationale for selling 18th and Vine for $1. And now you mean to tell me that's not viable enough for a developer to come in there and develop, and we need to take more money out of a PIAC PAL that is the most disadvantaged in the city? That was just on there talking about the schools and how horrible the schools have looked and how they haven't done nothing to that. I've never heard one person here talk about utilizing PIAC dollars for the schools because it's inappropriate. But yet we want to bring an ordinance to the floor for the entire council to pass. What is the PIAC process? Either the 2 council people approve it or they don't, or they bring it in front of the full council. Well, why is there a non-approval for this? Because it wasn't even a full submittal. Now, when we talk about the increase of the $600,000, I asked for breakdown, a line item breakdown. The gentleman sent me miscellaneous carpentry, sheetrock. And this is what you guys are going to take my PIAC dollars for. So I hope y'all feel good about this vote. I hope y'all feel good about stealing $100,000 out of 3rd District PIAC coffers that no citizen in the 3rd District has requested. I was on 18th and Vine, I told people this was coming, and nobody was saying, yay. You know what they asked me? Why would they put $100,000 in this building when we got cracked sidewalks? Why would they put $100,000 in this building when we have neighborhoods that street lights don't work? Why would they put $100,000 in this building when you drive by Oak Park right now where kids play basketball, streets still have issues? You go to Brooklyn Park, lacking amenities. You go down to 12th Street, the park by the Grove, lacking amenities. But we want to take $100,000 and give it to a developer-infused area. Last thing I want to say about infrastructure and investment. Funny thing about newspapers and political press releases, it appears that the feds, or at least Congressman Cleaver, is all on board to giving millions of dollars on 18th and Vine. And guess what the paper said? They don't even know what projects they're going to do besides a sign. So you mean to tell me we have federal earmarked dollars, millions of dollars, city improved, dollar developer deal, and that's not enough for people to invest down there? And again, when did PIAC dollars start being utilized for storefronts? When did PIAC dollars become available for rehabbing private entities to sell? It's not a public building. We're not going to open this up to the community. It's not going to be a $100,000 community center. It's not going to be a $100,000 STEM education center. It's not even going to be a $100,000 clubhouse where kids can just sit in there and convene. No, it's going to be a $100,000 special allocation to a developer that can't even give an accurate line item. So again, I ask you guys to vote this down out of sense, out of rational thinking, and out of being respectful of PIAC. And if you really feel like this is a good idea, then why don't y'all put y'all PIAC dollars in there? Because I bet you the 5th ain't gonna do it. Bet you the 4th ain't gonna do it. Bet you the 1st or the 2nd ain't gonna have an inkling about throwing PIAC dollars to a private project. Because it's stupid.
Thank you, Councilman Ellington. Is there any further discussion on the ordinance? Hearing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Barnes.
Aye.
Parkshaw.
Aye.
Boo.
Aye.
McManus.
Aye.
O'Neill.
Aye.
I'm sorry, O'Neill.
Aye.
Hall.
Aye.
Laura.
Aye.
Fowler.
Aye.
Ellington.
Nah, man.
Robinson. Shields.
Aye.
Bunch.
Aye.
Lucas.
Aye.
12 ayes, 1 nay.
Ordinance passes.
2204.